A few months ago, I played the Sonic 8-bit ROM hack Sonic Eclipse demo, which was entered in the Sonic Hacking Contest 2018, and to suffice to say, it worked on real hardware. I then did say that weeks later I'll be playing Sonic Frenzy, which was also entered into the contest, and I never did. Well, I thought I should turn that around now. I've got lots of Sonic hacks that I want to try out to see if they work on real hardware. We're ranging from the Master System, the Mega Drive, the Mega CD, the Sega Saturn. They're all going to be here, but I thought it'd be fair to start off with Sonic Frenzy, even though Sonic just died there. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new series which I'm calling, But Does It Work on Real Hardware? Basically, the idea of this is that it's not quite a let's try, but it's not quite a review either. I'm just going to basically just give the brief description of the game, play through it on real hardware, then at the end of it, I'm going to be saying if it actually works on the machine. And there are three possible outcomes. It will either be yes, no, or partially. So what's the criteria for meeting these three targets? I haven't really decided. Let's just say if 90% of the game works, I'll pass that as a yes. If it's around 50 or higher, or even slightly lower, I don't know, it depends on the game itself and how it got along. If it doesn't even boot up, or it crashes way too many times, or there's so many game-breaking bugs because of the hardware itself, nah. So what a great way to begin with Sonic 2... What? So what a great way to begin with Yoshito's Sonic 2 Sonic Frenzy. I hope I said your name correctly, otherwise feel free to give me a slap. You have to bear with me with my voice actually, this morning. Now I've actually regained it a little bit, but it's still a bit croaky, so yeah, sorry about that. So it boots you straight into the level select, and you got 4 levels to pick from. It clearly states that it's a demo, so obviously we're going to go a little bit lenient here, because it's not exactly the equipment's fault, it's actually the game, how it was programmed. So yeah, basically if it acts the same way as it does on an emulator, I'll let it pass. So you start off with a level which is apparently called Underground Zone. Yep, it really does look like it, but it looks like we're on a beach of some sort. Whoa, okay, so collision errors already. Well, I wouldn't say that's a collision error, just more of a platform error. And what is wrong with this badnik? Hey, come here, you. What? Hey, how dare you turn your back against me? I find it extremely rude when people do that, don't you think? Okay, obviously he's having a breakdown, so let's just put him out of his misery, shall we? So it's not a great start that we immediately find a badnik having a techno dance. But for the rest of it was plain sailing. I got from A to B pretty easily without taking too much damage. It was nice and smooth and fluid. No major issues. Whoa, and we just saw a badnik go a bit bonkers there. He kind of just fell down like that and then stopped over the floor. I think that's a problem with the programming itself, and I'm not going to count that towards it being on hardware. So far, everything's been quite good. Whoa, what are you... Hey, you alright there, mate? You alright? You doing okay down there? Even Sonic's shocked. Again. I wish I could help him out, but I don't think I can. Wow, there's something really wrong with that badnik, isn't there? Hey, calm down. What? Right, seriously, the badniks need looking at. I mean, look at this crab going mental. In Act 3, you're presented with a wonderful sunset. So I arrive at the boss. I struggle to jump over the balls in the boss. I mean, what the hell? Oh, come on. Wait, what? Hey. There seems to be a lot of collision issues with the floor on this game. I mean, Sonic keeps balancing. The badniks keep falling through, or like it's going side to side. And now Sonic can't jump. I mean, just look. Half the time I can't jump at all. So I have to go over here and be closer to the balls on screen, so I have less of a reaction time to jump over them. But at least Sonic jumps properly. What the hell? What on earth happened there? Boss over, and that's the end of level 1. Let's see what Act 2 has in store for us. So we're on to Casino Marble here, and everything's looking pretty good. The conveyor belts work despite the lack of pallet rotation, and the badniks actually do their job as well, which is fantastic. A little bit of a problem at the end of that level. There seems to be a lot of little tiny bugs here and there, but that's to be expected in a demonstration, you know what I mean? I mean to say, if this was the full version, the finished game, then I'll be a little bit worried by now. I mean, not to say that it works on hardware or not, but I mean, for the overall total quality of the game itself. But hey, at least they give you plenty of rings here, my lord. And there seems to be a little bit of a bug here on the results screen. I noticed it earlier. Some of the numbers seem to have their top halves completely missing, which is a bit of a shame. But it's not like that I can't tell what the score is. I think they were meant to be zeros and they don't change from zeros, so, you know, my maths isn't that bad. After that wonderful display of level graphics, we're on to the third level. On to Chemical Flow, which looks exactly like Chemical Plants, which is a nice touch. Borrowing the assets from Sonic Mania, don't touch the blue, but you can go on to the green. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Ooh, that was nasty. Whoa, what on earth is this? Some glitchy mess. I'm guessing it's a monitor of some sort. Well, nothing bad happened. I thought the game was going to crash or something like that. Chemical Plant seems to be in a little bit of a rough shape here, but for the most part it works. I still got to the end, got to the boss. The easiest boss in the game, by the way. And it's time to move on. Green Hills, great. Ugh. Which looks nothing like Green Hills. Now this one's a bit different. Firstly, I fall through the floor. Okay then. Woohoo! And then you die. It seems that this level is incomplete. Whoa! I'll save you, Sonic! There was still one more level to try out. Star Speedway Zone. Or Gimmick Mountain, whatever you would like to call it. Oh, yes! Stardust Speedway here doesn't seem to be anywhere near as much as a pain as its original counterpart. And I must say, the level graphics are looking sweet. Some of the bandits are still having a jerk off. It appears to me that this level is the cleanest. Obviously you got the bandits having a fit again, but otherwise for the most part it works perfectly fine. The level design is great, there's no glitches at all to be seen, it all works efficiently. Whoa, wait, whoa, whoa! What the? Hang on, okay, so now we found something. I'm apparently at the boss, but I'm not there? What? That is something that I'll have to check to see if it works on an emulator or not. Because now the game has crashed. Oh dear. So, does it break on my chosen emulator, Sega? Yes it does. So I can't blame the Master System for this one. The Fantasy Zone, yes, with a little bit of a glitch there. Glitch the Fantasy Zone, that's what it should be called. Fantastic start, exactly what I want to do in my gameplay. That's very interesting. Got a waterfall here that you can stand in, but as soon as you go to the sides, it actually drags you over. That's ingenious. The Fantasy Zone seems to work on real hardware pretty damn well. Well, except for that bit, I suppose. Whoa. Hello, what a shortcut and a half that is. But it seems to be an unfinished level, which still needs a bit of work. Now, Act 2 seems to have a little bit of a weird ring glitch up there. And the rings aren't even turning at all here. Random objects in the air. This doesn't seem to do... Oh, no, it does. It does do something. Oh, no. This is gonna be difficult. Oh, you're joking. I've run... Whoa. So we seem to be in this mess again. Whoa, what is that? No idea, because I can't get to it. I would try the Fantasy Zone again, but it looks like any other level select underneath the text just takes me to Underground Zone Act 1. But it looked pretty empty to me, so I'm just going to consider that unfinished. And that's all the levels in the game, everybody. Sonic 2 Frenzy's got gorgeous art, and it put up a tough competition against Sonic Eclipse in the hacking contest. But, does it work on real hardware? Yes! Yes it does. Yeah, we saw a few glitches here and there, and then we saw 2 game-breaking ones, and it'd be unfair to say partially as well, because for the most part, it was a good experience. You got great graphic art, wonderful level design. It's just hard for me to say no to the game. I think it's worth your time. Give it a try, the download link is in the description below. Well, that's Sonic Frenzy. I've got other Sonic hacks that I'd like to try on real hardware, ranging from Sonic Megamix to Sonic Z-Stream. So if you want to see more to this series, then make sure to hit that like button. Thank you ever so much for watching, guys, and I appreciate your support. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos, and I'll see you again real soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye for now.